It's time for the Mike Norvell Show, presented by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. The show is supported by the Tennessee Lottery, Jack Turtle's Chicken, and by Mid-South Chevy Dealers.
Welcome in, everyone. Last night in Oxford, what a great atmosphere for a college football game. Two teams, fast, a lot of hitting going on. And, Coach, I saw really a lot of good things that come out from this loss. That's a very, very good Ole Miss team, ranked 16th in the AP poll, but too many mistakes, too many giveaways. You talked about that as one of the keys, and your team had been really good about turnovers until last night.
Yeah, we're disappointed about that aspect of the game. I did like the way the guys prepared, and I thought we came out and competed. And we're going against a talented opponent, but I knew regardless, last night was going to be a learning experience, and we were hoping that experience would be with us coming out on the victorious end of it. But we just see that those little details we talk about in practice and in meetings, that if we make those mistakes against a quality opponent, then they can really bite you.
Well, your approach, and when we met on Thursday, I love the way you said it. You were thinking you're going to win, hoping you're going to win, but you talked about the process. And this was the first really good opponent you were going to face, first road game, and so you learned a lot about your team. One of the things I learned is they weren't going to quit, and there were plenty of cases where they could have. They kept fighting back.
We wanted to start. We wanted to get off to a fast start, and the first drive we moved the ball down a little bit, got hung up. They're notorious for being a fast starting team themselves. And so we fell behind there early, but really liked the way our guys bounced back. And the entire part of the game, even late into the fourth quarter, I was believing that there was going to be that one play. There was going to be that spark that really kind of pushed us to making it a one or two play game. But we just got to continue to work. We got to continue to get better. We've got a short week coming up, but I like our football team. We just got to clean up a lot of the mistakes.
Not to make excuses at all, but you lost Chris Morley, who was your leading tackler at the time, and Dontrell Nelson. How are they? Are they going to be all right?
We're going to get a chance to reevaluate them here today, and they were both fine there after the game. But we got to see with a short week, where their status is here in the next couple of days, and then we'll be able to make a decision from there.
All right. So here's what's coming up on the Mike Norvell Show. We will begin, as we always do, with the highlights, and there were plenty of big plays and a lot of guts from the guy standing next to me. Then the Mid-South Chevy Dealers Inside Access. It's all about combining academics and athletics. And then we've got the AutoZone road ahead, and it's going to be a short one. Thursday night, Temple in town to open conference play. We're back in just a minute.
You're watching the Mike Norvell Show.
The second largest crowd in the history of Ole Miss showed up. Almost 66,000 were on hand. That was some kind of atmosphere, wasn't it?
It was, and it was a great opportunity for our guys to get on the road and to have that first road experience. It was a hostile environment. I thought our guys, handled it, well for the most part. Started the game. We were able to put together a little bit of a drive, a couple conversions. You've been able to move the ball down the field. It's an extremely fast defense, and we knew that there was going to be, we had to be multiple in what we were doing to protect our quarterback. I thought we were able to establish some things in the run game, throughout the game. I saw our guys continuing to grow in their confidence of what we could do. It's part of our growing process. I thought Riley did a good job of extending plays, like you're right there, being able to escape the pocket just a little bit, get the ball out to Ant Miller. I think he's doing a really nice job of forcing the defense to cover the entire field. We got hung up there, early. Defense takes the field. That's one of the things that we talk to our guys a lot about. Is we got to maximize our opportunities. I thought that there was a couple times yesterday that we missed some open field tackles. That we've got to continue to work on our technique and fundamentals and get the guys down. We have the opportunity, and they started fast with a home crowd, and we're able to. They went down and scored on their first possession, and we just got to make sure that we're maximizing opportunities when we are out there to get those stops.
It was interesting. They brought in their running quarterback, Pellerin. He got in and right back to work. you're going to go. And you were able to move the ball on a fairly consistent basis, almost 500 yards against this team.
Yeah, I mean, there were some good things that we could definitely pull from, but just the mistakes. The mistakes are what cost us, put us in, some longer yardage situations, which we knew would be tough for us if we were in those situations. Nice play by Chris there. Had an opportunity there to possibly, get a takeaway. And those are things in those big games, man. We got to be able to capitalize on those opportunities. Defense gets a stop. We come out. First play of the game of the possession, we get an 8-yard gain, but we had a penalty. And this is absolutely something that kills us. And so it backs us up in a long yardage situation, and then come back and not a great decision on our part with where we're putting the football, and we give them 7 points right there. And that's something that in any big game, we can't make anything easy on them like that.
Cedric Woods with the pick 6, and I can't wait to watch this guy all year long. Tony Pollard, is going to break one. And now the Mid-South Chevy Dealers drive of the game, and you're going to like this. And look at Anthony Miller. 10 catches, 132 yards. 2 years in a row that Anthony has had 10-catch games against Ole Miss.
Yeah, this was a nice drive. We wanted to be able to. We knew we needed a little bit of a spark. The big play to Anthony. Really nice run by Dorland there. I thought he had a really nice game running the football. We get down within the 10-yard line, be able to hand a speed sweep there to Ant, get in the end zone. I was excited to see our guys' response after being down 14.
So it's 14-7. You come right back, and you're really good in the AutoZone red zone. And there is Jonathan Cook, who's been solid for you all year long, knocking that one away.
Yeah, I mean, I thought our guys, they played hard. I mean, right there, we're in really good place for coverage, and
yep.
it was a good throw and catch by them. I mean, there's a lot of plays last night that they had to go out and execute, and I thought we were able to get home to the quarterback, but here's one of those opportunities we talk about. We're able to get pressure on the quarterback, but the missed opportunity, the drop interception held him to 3.
Right.
But we got to capitalize on those opportunities.
But that could very easily have been nothing. So you've given away 10 points pretty much at this point. And back you're coming, and look at how much time he buys and finds the open man.
Yeah, we wanted to move the pocket a little bit. I thought that's something that we were able to do, and be able to give Riley some time to sit back and try to get after him a little bit, throwing the football. Here we try a little trick play, just a little double pass option. We got the penalty called on us.
Yeah.
That's kind
questionable, to be honest.
It was something that we can only control what we control. Really disappointed here. We get the third and long. We were down in field goal range. The fumble there. We got beat in protection, and we just can't have those things at that time.
And this is really sort of uncharacteristic to have so many turnovers where you'd been plus 10 the last 2 games.
Yeah, and I mean, we gave them a short field, and that was something that we'd given. We had the pick 6. We gave them a short field there, so that's really 14 points. And talking to the team there is just, we have to eliminate the mistakes. We have to, if we could just go out there and get that cleaned up there at the half. We felt like we could come out in the second half and really put together some drives and put ourselves right back in position for the game.
You see, the numbers are really not bad. You've got almost 200 yards total offense in a half, but the 2 turnovers killed you. And that one key sequence there where you're down 17-7 and you get to the 18-yard line, and then you just sort of went backwards, and then the turnover.
Yeah, I mean, we got to finish with points there. Even if it was just a field goal, that makes a one-possession game, and it's something we're going to learn from. And we got to continue to build from that. But all the things we preach to our guys about in practice, that game last night, I think is going to be one of the building blocks, and it needs to be, because come Thursday night we start conference play. We got to learn from the mistakes that we made early and be able to get those corrected.
Well, as you say, it's all part of the process, and you'll see how the Tigers fight back in the second half. That's next on the Mike Norvell Show.
You're watching the Mike Norvell Show.
Welcome back in. So it's 24-7 Ole Miss at the half, and I always wonder I ask you what you say to your team, but what did you sense from your guys when you went to the Vaught Hemingway locker room?
Well, I mean, the guys knew what put us in that position, and we're playing a quality opponent. We're playing a top 15 team in the country, and we really kind of stubbed our toe with self-inflicted issues. And so we always talked about refocusing, making sure that we come out in the second half. We wanted to come out and start fast, and give ourselves an opportunity to put together a couple drives and get right back in the game. They started off first play, a couple missed tackles there in the open field, guys chasing the ball. I thought this was a big play. Their young man didn't finish into the end zone, stepped out at the 4, and then we had a big stop here. And this was a 4-point swing. Yep. I'm really proud of the defense for kind of manning up down there inside the 5, and we held them to a field goal. That was a real pleasing part of the game for our staff and for our team to see our guys make that stop. We get the ball. Obviously, Tony Pollard's the guy that continues to show up and do good things for us. Riley there does a great job of extending the play, getting the ball out to Phil. And then we knew we needed a spark, and this is something we practiced a lot throughout the week, and something that's been a part of our game plan. We were backed up, but we needed that spark to keep us rolling and get us off to a good start. So I thought the special teams on the fake punt executed well, then come back with a big shot to Anthony Miller.
The gutsy call, by the way, Coach, on that fake punt was beautiful, and there he goes. Love watching Doro and Dorcius. You showed physicality. He always does. That goal line stand showed you can play physical football with anybody in the country.
We got down and we're able to get the ball in the end zone. That was big. And then to be able to come out. This was a drive that I was so impressed. They pinned us down at the 1-yard line. And we talked to our offense. We needed a drive put together, and came out. We were able to run the football. I thought we showed that physicality here within this drive. We were able to move the ball down the field. Really nice job. Throughout it, just seeing the guys' confidence as we're moving down the field. Got the pass interference penalty there. Riley once again, extending plays, able to hit Anthony on the run. Another explosive play within the drive, and I was just really pleased to see our guys go down, take it 99 yards when we needed it, and made it a one possession game.
What a beautiful pump and go to Sam. They're all thinking it's going to Dorcius. Look who prances in untouched. And all of a sudden, it's a 6-point game.
Yeah, there was like I said, that was a great drive, and that's something we can build on. We needed a drive, needed a play, and you guys did a great job. And then we on the ensuing kickoff, a guy that's an All-American, one of our best players. Jake just mishit the kickoff, gave them good field position to start. They made a couple plays on a big run and got things going, and responded with the touchdown. But our guys, the look on the sideline, our guys' energy was still very positive. We just a few plays away from being able to capitalize and make the most of what we're doing.
And that's the smart move. Unfortunately, another special teams mistake, a shank punt. That never happens. Only 9 yards. They got to short field. They go to work.
Yeah, I mean, and when you're, like I said, when you're playing a quality opponent, you can't give them anything. And I thought we gave them some good field position, allowed them to be more aggressive in their calls and their attack. And so our guys kept battling, and it's a learning experience. This is a play, it's third down play.
Yep.
Tried to screen pass. They defended it pretty well. Just a teaching moment of throwing the ball away into the ground. Give us a fourth down, another snap, another opportunity. But Arthur Millette, big play there in the end zone, nice interception. Our guys are still battling, and we came to win the football game. That was our goal. How we approached every rep. Daniel Hurd with a nice completion. Here we got another little special that the double reverse throwback.
I love it.
I thought you guys execute pretty solid, able to get a first down, and just trying to get the ball down into the end zone. This was another big drive. Here, Jalen Oglesby, a guy that I thought had his best week of practice, really challenged him throughout the beginning part of the season to elevate his game. And I thought he did some nice things. Patrick Taylor getting down to the 1-yard line, and then obviously Riley being able to make the play to get the ball in the end zone, back to a 2-score game. Very, very impressed with our offensive drive right there.
Yeah, that was. It was an answer that showed me that they're not giving up, and then This kid, Eugene Brasley, who's he? He had a heck of a game, 128 yards. Ole Miss did run the football a bunch, and I know you hate losing. I know you hate losing. But I think we learned a lot of positive things about your football team in this loss. And look, you have almost 500 yards against Ole Miss, those 4 turnovers. That's the killer. That and probably stopping the run.
Yeah, I mean, those are things we have to build on. And, you know, I mean, our guys, we talk about takeaways. We talk about turnover margin. I mean, that's something that's going to be huge. I mean, Riley, we threw the ball around, but, 3 interceptions. That's something we can't have. We had 3 interceptions, a fumble. Anthony Miller came out and, once again had another big day. Still some missed opportunities with him. A couple balls that hit his hands I thought that, we had opportunity to be able to capitalize on. Dorland, I thought, ran the ball extremely hard when he was in there. And, I like that the group in the core of running backs that we have. Darrell Henderson got banged up just a little bit, but I mean, that group is continuing to build off of each other, and so we just have to continue to grow. We got to get, like I said, it's a learning experience, and I hate losing, but we've got to take the lessons we learn and move into conference play.
Speaking of lessons, how do you combine academics and athletics? That's the Mid-South Chevy Dealers Inside Access. You'll hear from the players in just a minute.
You're watching The Mike Norvell Show.
How tough is it to be a student athlete? Inside Access sees the Tigers talking about combining academics and football.
For me, it's I'm happy to say I graduated May 7th, just last spring. But just having that schedule, it's just been like you manage it. You learn how to just manage your time, manage your friends, and being able to put your priorities in the right order. So
it's a full-time job between football and school, but you got to keep school first and then football next, and then all the other extra activities come last. But it's definitely a full-time job.
I mean, it's real challenging, especially for the incoming freshmen. But I just feel like once you get into the system for a couple of years or a year or two, you kind of get adjusted to it. So it doesn't become as challenging, but it just comes as a daily routine.
We just got to know how to do time management, just be organized and just don't procrastinate, and we'll be able to turn in our work in early and just be able to focus on the games.
It's tough. I'm not even gonna lie. It is a grind just to be able to. I was an accounting major. Trying to focus out with all that, and then school and football and all that. So it's definitely not easy, but you know that you are a student athlete, so you're here to get an education as well. So just having the opportunity to maximize your education is just beneficial for you in your future life. So you should just go ahead and handle your business.
That stuff's hard, isn't it?
Oh, no question. And we talk to our guys about competing in the classroom just like they compete on the field. And one of the things we do, if you notice on our jerseys, we recognize guys that had that academic success with our Tiger Scholar patch. And that's for every player that's over a 3.0 or an early graduate. We want to showcase that throughout the country.
It is a short week. So the AutoZone Road Ahead is next. The AutoZone Road Ahead is very short. Thursday night, Temple, and they found themselves 45 points they scored yesterday. Thursday night whiteout at the Liberty Bowl.
Yeah, we're excited about this week. Conference season begins. This is what our guys train for. So we're focused on the next step, building off last week, and we're ready to go.
And we'll see everybody at the Liberty Bowl Thursday right back here next Sunday night. Have a great week, everybody.
Thank you for watching The Mike Norvell Show, presented by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. The show is supported by the Tennessee Lottery, Jack Turtle's Chicken, and by the Mid-South Chevy Dealers.